Tonight, these four people need to compete for the prizes of a lifetime on The Price is Right. And now your host on The Price is Right, and here he is, Bill Cullen.
Hello there, and welcome to The Price. Thank you. Well, we want you to build your own dining room with this bonus. Look over there. This is a complete home workshop, a collection of 6 Sprunger tools for every major job in the home. Now, Handyman Holland will demonstrate. We have here a tilt arbor saw with built-in sawdust chute, a 6-inch joiner planer with high speeds, a 14-inch band saw in 2-wheel design, a 10-inch gap bed lathe with 4 speeds, a belt-driven jigsaw, and a 15-inch bench model drill press. They are all yours. Let your husband practice on them. Congratulations from The Price is Right.
Hi, I'm Scott Bain. They call me the old farmer. I remember watching television as a child. That's BC, before color television. I enjoyed watching The Price is Right with Bill Cullen. Nowadays, I enjoy wandering around the internet and found that many of the old kinescopes of The Price is Right were uploaded to YouTube. My personal opinion is that it's more enjoyable than the current version seen today on current television. I saw when watching the June 24th, 1959 episode, as a bonus prize to the winner, a woodworking set of power tools from the Sprunger Brothers Tool Company. As someone with wisdom beyond his years, my response was, "Who?" I had never heard of the company, so I got out my internet shovel and started digging. I have resources used listed in the comments below. It will also be within the commentary of today's video.
Often the company was absorbed by another company, which was also absorbed by another company. Another possibility is that a name is still in use, but the company that originally owned the name is gone. 3 examples are AT&T is actually Southern Bell, General Motors and GM went out of business, and investors bought the company and continued as GM. DeWalt Tools was a name bought by Stanley Black & Decker and became what is seen in today's tool market. As a last example, General Electric appliances such as stoves, refrigerators, and dishwashers is no longer owned by General Electric. Haier Group Corporation of China now owns the company. There is a difference between absorbing a company or buying a name to hide their identity. I'm surprised that the U.S. Marshals were not involved in this secret identity ploy.
Sprunger Brothers Tool Company, a company that manufactured power tools in Topeka, Indiana. The Sprunger Brothers launched their business by first opening a small tool and die shop in South Bend, Indiana in 1943. After World War II, they decided to enter the woodworking industry and built an 8-inch table saw. In the fall of 1946, the company moved to Topeka, Indiana, and incorporated under the name Sprunger Brothers Incorporated, producing a variety of tools including several table saws, a joiner, a bandsaw, a wood lathe, and a drill press. In the middle 50s, Lynn Sprunger sold his interest in the company to his brother Harry. In 1956, the firm built an additional plant in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, and slowly started transitioning to that plant. In 1977, Dale Fallbeck bought the company from Harry Sprunger. Product liability and imports were wreaking havoc on the industry. Fallbeck made changes, including moving the factory from Ligonier to Elkhart, Indiana, and kept manufacturing until 1984. Since then, he has continued to supply parts for the Sprungers' 22 machine models. Bill Davis, the longtime plant manager, continued with the company to within 6 months of his death. It continues still as Sprunger Corporation of Elkhart, Indiana, but they no longer make woodworking machinery. Information was provided by the Topeka Area Historical Society and by vintagemachinery.org. Walker Turner made the Drive line, a collection of inexpensive machines sold through department stores. often with house brands similar to what Harvey Tool Company and Shervan Group, a Chinese company located in Windlingen, Germany. The company continues today as Walker Turner Serviced Machinery, LLC. The Millers Falls Company of Massachusetts began as Gunn and Amidon in 1868 by Levi J. Gunn and Charles H. Amidon. After a fire which destroyed the factory, it was reorganized and became the Millers Falls Manufacturing Company. In 1872, it merged with the Bacchus Vice Company to form the Millers Falls Company. The Great Depression, two local competitors, the Millers Falls Company merged with the Goodell Pratt Company of Massachusetts, a direct competitor during the Great Depression. The merger occurred on March 29, 1931, bringing together the best of both companies and eliminating duplicate productions, which allowed for downsizing by reducing the product line and closing factories. The Millers Falls Company combined forces manufactured an inventory that included 48 different hacksaw frames, 37 different hand drills, 33 breast drills. Roughly half of these tools were duplicates. Duplication also included miter boxes, tool holders, chucks, electric drills, punches, nail sets, levels, and polishing heads. In 1935, the Millers Company created the Mohawk-Shelburne line of tools, considered a secondary line but was proclaimed as an economy line which eventually reached 30 different tools. At the same time, Bakelite plastics were introduced in some of the tools and helped with creating a strong eye appeal, as well as offering semi-transparent red plastic to many of these tools. In 1962, it was acquired by Ingersoll Rand. In 1982, Ingersoll Rand sold the Millers Falls business to the newly created Millers Falls Tool Company. The company was headquartered in Alpha, New Jersey. Since 2002, the company's trademark has belonged to Hangzhou Great Star Industrial of Hangzhou, China. OldToolHeaven.com and Wikipedia contributed to this piece. The Oliver Machinery Company has survived at least in name and dedication to quality. The following is from the Oliver Machinery website, which is confirmed by other websites. Oliver Machinery can trace its roots all the way back to 1890 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the company founded by Joseph W. Oliver. Originally designed and manufactured wood trimmers that reduced labor time from 15 minutes to only a few seconds, winning Oliver a gold medal for merit at the 1900 World's Fair in Paris. In 1908, Oliver introduced the round cutter head, a much safer alternative to the standard square cutter head. The new safety feature was so apparent that many states soon began requiring their installation. In 1923, Oliver introduced the Strataplane, a combination planer and jointer that could plane a warped board perfectly flat and straight on both surfaces in one pass. Over the span of 20 years, Oliver adapted to the ever-changing American economy, manufacturing bread slicers during the Depression, saws for cutting aluminum, brass, copper, steel, and titanium during World War II, and packaging and printing machinery during the 1950s and 60s. By 1994, Oliver had produced over 150,000 machines, 75,000 of which are still in operation on a daily basis worldwide. Even today, replacement parts are available on many of the popular models through the agreement with Eagle Machinery in Coopersville, Michigan. In 2000, the operations were moved to Seattle, Washington, but the dedication to supplying the absolute finest and heavy-duty woodworking machines continue. To introduce the new offering in 2002, Oliver began offering select models with U.S.-built Balder motors and also began voltage conversions to meet the demands of the growing customer base. In 2005, Oliver was one of the first brands to offer bird shell cutter heads as original equipment on select joiners and planer models. There may be a connection between Joseph W. Oliver of the Oliver Machinery Company and James Oliver, which started the Oliver Chilled Plow Works in 1853. Through mergers became the Oliver Farm Equipment Company in 1929. However, I have not been able to find anything that connects the two Oliver families together. Then there's Thomas Oliver of the Oliver Typewriter Company, founded in 1895 and dissolved in 1928. Oliver Machinery is still in operation, primarily servicing education and trade tools with dependable equipment. You know, you could pick up a rock just about anywhere and you may find an Oliver underneath inventing something. Let me know if I should do more of these types of histories during these very cold days in Michigan. I do believe that the more history we know, the better we can become. As a little teaser, how does Peyton Randolph relate to the Constitution of the United States and the presidency of our country? It's really quite interesting. This is for extra credit. Leave it in the comments below. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed and helped with getting word out about the channel. We are getting to a level of subscriptions where there are things I can do to help gain more subscriptions, but I should get to 500 subscribers before such efforts are enacted. So if you are visiting, subscribing will help tremendously, and of course letting friends and family know about the channel will be greatly appreciated. So let me say thank you to you in advance. Thank you. I do hope all of you, visitors or subscribers, to stay safe and to make sure those you know are safe too. Well, this is the old farmer, Scott Bain. Be well. Be safe.
Don't forget to click like and click subscribe on the Old Farmer YouTube channel. And thanks again for watching. Bye.
The VFW National Home for Children, providing families of veterans and active duty military opportunities for growth and development in a nurturing community. Please consider a donation to help their children and families. I.C. Rhodes speaking.